You're watching a clip from the Club podcast.
Make sure you follow it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and give it a 5-star review.
So here you go, is a lovely clip from our podcast. Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the Club. We are sponsored by the wonderful people over at NordVPN. And NordVPN at this moment in time is their 11th birthday. They have some huge offers. You can get 4 months free, 30 days money back guarantee. All you have to do is head over to the nordvpn.com/the club. All you have to do is head over to nordvpn.com/the club to get a hold of these exclusive offers. Tell them the club sent you. If you haven't and you don't know what a VPN is, it helps you with your security online. And it also helps me with great stuff. Like when I was out in Dublin, I couldn't watch the Manchester United match on my usual subscription services. So what did I do? I chucked the VPN on. I made it think I was in the UK. Happy days. My subscription services worked on holiday. It's absolutely fantastic. So thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring us. Make sure you download the app and enjoy this clip. We've heard a lot of talk in recent days and weeks regarding loads of different players at PSG. But Neymar is one that's been linked by some with a move to the Premier League. As it stands, Neymar, according to reports, wants to leave PSG this summer, and the French club are also keen to sell him. They're willing to negotiate a massively reduced deal in order to get his wages off the books. We've seen the fans turn on him, Messi and everybody else there in recent weeks, and they've been demanding that they leave the club. We hear his preferred destination is the Premier League.
I love that.
Bowley has met with Nasser Al-Khelaifi in Feb and discussed the possibility of a deal according to reports, and he'd love to see Neymar at Stamford Bridge. We also heard Bowley wanted Ronaldo, didn't he, when he first came
That's
in?
why he fell out with Tuchel. I think that was one of the reasons why
that
he fell
kind
out
of
with
ticks
Tuchel.
the box of like a superstar signing that he could make. Chelsea, United, Newcastle, all the usual names are being linked with him. Rory, would you want him at your club?
Yeah, you can't not want Neymar. Like, I don't necessarily like what it signifies. You know, the money involved will be like fairly disgusting. It's just another example of Chelsea making signings for more than footballing reasons. But I'm a football fan, and I think Neymar is a football fan's footballer. The way that he plays the game, I thoroughly enjoy. I love watching footballers like that. You know, the best footballer, I think, in my opinion, not necessarily for legacy and things like that, but the most glorious footballer I've ever seen is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is also probably my favourite ever footballer.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to warm to players like Ronaldinho, like Neymar. You know, that unpredictable, brilliant, entertaining quality. I just love it. How he fits into Chelsea, I don't really know. Is it a good move for Chelsea? Probably not in terms of where we need to strengthen, but I would make the argument that a player of Neymar's quality is a good signing for anyone. Like, Man City are amazing. They're playing Real Madrid off the park at the Bernabeu. But I still think if they can sign Neymar, they should, because he's an amazing footballer and therefore elevates any team that he were to land at.
Man City would probably be the best fit for him because of the fact that, you know what, Man United would be a whole lot of furore and all this. Like, City's the one that has settled.
Yeah,
a football team. He's played for Pep before.
No, he's not.
Did he not?
No.
I don't.
Nah.
I don't.
It was weird. It felt like he did.
I don't think that he is. I think he's an amazing footballer,
Enrique,
and I think
wasn't
he
it?
will thrive. I think he will. Yeah, that Messi name.
Luis Enrique.
I think he will thrive wherever he goes. But I actually don't think he's particularly. I don't know if the Premier League is the best place for him.
I think it's MLS, isn't it? Surely.
No, not yet.
I think he's done. I think he's got a lot of injuries.
Oh, mate, I was going to say
He's lost a yard
Spain.
apace.
I was just going to say
Spain.
Spain
Or
I was going to say
MLS,
Spain.
something like that.
No, I don't think he's MLS yet. I mean,
He's not
he's
MLS.
definitely
He's far.
5 years away from MLS.
Yeah. I mean, I would love Neymar. I love Neymar anyway. I think he's one of the best players of his, generation. When you look outside Ronaldo and Messi,
Yeah,
he's been the one that's really been there. And I know he's got a lot of chat around him and a lot of questions about whether his heart's still in the sport and all these kind of different things. I'd love to see Neymar playing football for Man United. But one of the things that does make me go, I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
Didn't win it. Didn't count.
It strikes me like the Cristiano Ronaldo deal a little bit, where it's a signing more for commercial reasons, a signing more, and maybe it would take away from the team and cause issues amongst the team. You got this big superstar and big wages. We've seen some of the issues that have happened at PSG. And maybe because we're just starting with Ten Hag trying to build something, that would be the thing that makes me go, I'm not sure. Plus, it's a lot of money. But
I don't think a big club can afford it these days, man. I don't think a big club can afford a Neymar. In terms of what he offers on the pitch, off the ball isn't enough. I don't think a Liverpool in their pomp couldn't have him. Man City definitely would not start Neymar, nowhere near. He played at PSG because they're a luxury club playing in a soft farmers league, with all due respect. Barcelona wouldn't start him. Real Madrid wouldn't start him.
He's one of the best players the La Liga's ever seen, bro.
What? Yeah, but okay, that's the debate. Right now, he does not start
how can
for
you
Real Madrid.
completely disregard him? Like, oh yeah, doing it in a bums league in France when he did it in Spain. He was part of one of the best front threes we've ever seen.
Mate, that's literally 6-7 years ago.
But it doesn't matter.
Barcelona won the Champions League with Neymar for what, 7 years, 8 years?
Oh, that's a foul.
It doesn't matter. He's not the same player anymore.
You might not be the same player. I just find it a little bit disrespectful to say.
I think the middle ground exists, which is, you're probably correct. He probably doesn't get in the Man City team. He possibly doesn't get in the Real Madrid team, but he certainly improves basically every other team in Europe apart from the two that we just mentioned.
I think you're right, and I'm not trying to discredit his legacy because you've made a very good argument about it. All I'm trying to say is in modern football, look at even like Brighton, how everyone has to work hard off the ball, everyone has to be a unit. Neymar doesn't fit that anymore.
You are correct, right? That is the way that football has gone. But do you not think that there's a slightly different?
Hey, it's a pen.
What you want? It's a free kick, if anything.
Why is he fouled, Rudiger? There.
Do you not think that it's a slightly? There's an exception to every rule, is the point I'm trying to make. So, for example, every team at the World Cup press from the front, or lots of teams press from the front, but Argentina allowed Messi to have a free roll. Do you not think that, you talk about Brighton, whatever, but say in some weird, just to kind of see your theory through, say Neymar ended up at Brighton, you make it work where he doesn't have to press because he's Neymar.
But Messi worked hard off the ball for Argentina.
No, he doesn't.
He did.
He did the World Cup. It's a load of tosh, bro.
We watched the World Cup final. We got the World Cup final.
It's a load of nonsense.
At the World Cup final, he was pressing things off the ball. It's not nonsense.
I sat next
to James. Okay, your opinion is nonsense. He worked hard off the ball for Argentina.
I've seen it.
Buvey, he didn't.
I seen it then. I saw it.
I sat in the stadium, and when I was there, I'm watching him.
He's not working as hard as other players. I'm not saying that, but he doesn't
he's literally not interested.
there.
No, he
doesn't work hard.
He literally does that.
That's the problem with PSG.
Mate,
they've got
James
Mbappe and Neymar and Messi.
James Walcott filmed him for minutes where he just wasn't even.
I don't care what James Walcott's film. I don't care.
But you care in this context because it's about the point you're making.
It's not about the point I'm making.
You're saying that he worked hard at the World Cup, and I'm saying I have demonstrable proof that he didn't.
From what I saw, Messi did work hard.
And then I just said to you that I was there, and I'm now having this debate with you.
Fine.
And you're going, well, were you at the World Cup final? No, I weren't at the fucking World Cup final, but I was at 2 games, and I watched him with my own eyes, and I'm saying he didn't work hard off the ball. So there is a world where you can have a player who doesn't work hard off the ball, and it can still work.
He doesn't have to. One of the greatest things about Messi is
I know he doesn't work
his
hard off the
ability
ball
to kind
generally.
of stop still when everyone's moving around him and pick his space.
The only point I'm trying to make is in the World Cup at points he did work hard for Argentina off the ball. In the World Cup final, he was running his socks off in extra time. 100%. And Neymar does none of that either. So that's the fact of the matter.
No.
Newcastle,
neither of them work hard.
Newcastle, the one that have been linked with him because of the money. They should nowhere near touch that guy. Nowhere near.
I agree with that. Sorry.
I don't think it's a Newcastle signing. I don't think it's a
They can afford him, right? Who can afford him? It's a mixture of who can afford him,
Do you not think as well, for a player of Neymar's quality, do you not think everyone affords it? Of all of the big clubs, do you not think they all find the money? Like Manchester United find the money for him, Chelsea find the money for him, City
Man United can't do it. Look at Ten Hag.
At least I'd hope that. Imagine we got
the money
Qataris in or something.
They found
they had Ronaldo, and Ten Hag didn't want Ronaldo. He was seen as a luxury player.
No, I'm just talking about the money.
Of course, yeah. By the way, I'm not trying to discredit Neymar's name in the game. He's a legend, but he's so out of touch with modern football in terms of what he does, what he provides a football club. He does, bro. I don't understand.
I think he's...
It's funny how everyone goes, Mbappe's the best thing since sliced bread, and they don't use the French thing against him. But then when it's Neymar, it's
I use the French thing against him.
He plays in League One and all
say
this
me, because I use the French thing against him. I think Mbappe's overrated.
He does things most footballers couldn't dream of doing. And that's why...
Give me something he's done in the last 5 years.
The likes of Neymar, the people that we love, bro.
He scored a beautiful goal at the World Cup.
Give me something.
The likes of Neymar, the people that we love.
You both were slagging off the World Cup last week about Messi's record.
You just asked what he... I'm just answering your question.
I just think at the moment he's very, very overrated. If he went to a club, he's got to be looking at a luxury club. It can't be an actual club where he can provide value like a Newcastle, Chelsea. I don't think he'd change anything. He doesn't work hard off the ball. He's always injured.